Pictures out there. It does get pretty bumpy out here in the reserve, and we're not always able to stop for all of the animals. And when we do stop, it's just going to be for a few seconds. And just because we stop moving doesn't mean that the animals will. So you always want to have those cameras out and ready. We got the final all clear from the warden, so here we go. Beginning our journey today here, starting in the Little Eturi Forest. Want to keep our eyes out for the animals that live in here. As we do out here, that is a female black rhino. She weighs about 2,000 pounds. Males weigh closer to 3,000. They are solid. Can still charge at 35 miles an hour despite their great size. Now, black rhinos are very solitary animals. They're pretty shy too. Not always easy to see. Sometimes they can blend right out here on the right side of the riverbank. Next to this cooler weather that we're having. That's not something you typically see during the daytime. Definitely not someone we find in the summer, that is for sure. Looking at about 11,000 pounds of hippo there on the right. Make sure you get a picture of that. Super cute, super deadly. That's why they're over there and we're over here. Hippos are excellent swimmers. They do prefer though to walk along the bottom of the riverbed if they can reach. They can also hold their breath up to 8 minutes at a time underwater. Their eyes out underneath the water as well. Birds over here on the island on the left, that's a pod of pink-backed pelicans. Get the name of their coloration during mating season. Oh, that's awesome. Still miss the lettuce though, buddy. Can you go back up for it? Yep, get it. Get it. Right there. Good job. Getting ready to head over this old rickety bridge. Going to be going right over some Nile crocodiles down here on the left-hand side. And yes, those are real. And we have to stand with, oh, have a seat though. Have a seat in the pink shirt. Thank you. Yep, put the kids all the way down on your laps. I've seen them eat. It is not pretty. Everything that goes in that water is food. They've got a bite force of over 2,000 pounds of bone-crushing pressure per square inch of those jaws. Oh, they always look hungry to me. Let's get out of here. Survive long periods of drought by going leafless up to 9 months out of the year and storing massive amounts of water in their huge trunks.
That's a real thing here.
For millions of migrating animals every year. Now, this is a wild Africa. We're all trying so hard to conserve. Some giraffe coming up ahead. We'll get a closer look at that in just a few moments. Their spots are called reticulated. The name comes from the Latin word reticulata. As nature's gardeners, elephants like to push down the trees to eat them, and that lets the grasses spread. A giraffe, they're so tall, they're like pruning shears. Tall cones are coming up here on the right and the left. These are termite mounds. They are hard as concrete. 18 inches long, slimy and sandpaper in texture, dark in color. Used to help reach things on the bottom branches even they're not tall enough for. Dark in color so they don't get sunburned because they do stick them out so often during the day.
Look at that giraffe. And this one too, right here. As tall as it is.
Fully grown like these, they're about 18 to 20 feet tall, and a lot of that height is from their necks, but they just have 7 bones, just like our necks. And it's pretty normal to catch giraffes eating like that, or chewing on something. Giraffes eat for about 20 hours out of their day.
Simulates more dominance. So stick that tongue out. If you got a lot of Spanish moss in your yard, get a giraffe. You'll love it.
I know.
All right, buddy? Yeah. Good stuff.
And we're close enough you can see those horns they have. Well, actually, those are not horns. Those things are called ossicones. They're just a part of the skull. Only members of the giraffe do that. They have 5 of them. 2 that look like horns, 1 in the middle of the forehead, and then there's a little one over each eye to kind of help keep the sun out.
We took this tour twice. Therefore, you're hearing 2 different guides.
Oh, here comes the big one.
Yeah, they're eating those acacia bushes on the right. Those tongues are so tough.
GNU, spelled GNU. That's for the grunting noise they make. And one of the largest migrations across Africa every year in search of fresh food and water.
Usually elephants travel together in big herds of a couple of dozen, but that's female elephants who do that, all grouped with their young. Bulls, males, like this guy, are just kind of loners. Once they're adults, they can take care of themselves, so they wander off from the herd.
Not that it's a lone bull elephant. Elephants actually have one of the longest childhoods of all mammals, about 13 to 15 years, so almost as long as a human. After that time, if they're male, they will go off on their own, like this guy. Might even form loose bachelor groups.
Again, male elephants, like the bull we saw a minute ago, they live alone, but their whole social structure is organized around females and young, like these. Usually in herds of a couple of dozen, so I hope we get to see some more. In fact, elephants have the second longest childhood of any animal on Earth. It's part of the reason why they're so social. Yeah, another one up here. Young elephants like these stay by the mothers for the first 13 to 15 years.
There's a little secret to this bridge. It does something unexpectedly, but you'll have to take your own tour to see what it does.
Why are they kicking the ground?
Those are young ones. They're playing and digging. Sometimes when there's not much water, they'll kick on the ground to dig up trenches and find water. But it's just little ones. They'll shove each other over all the time, too. Very social. Here in the Harambe Reserve, scientists are studying elephant vocal communication to learn more about how elephants interact.
The elephants are facing a couple of different challenges these days. They are still being poached for their ivory tusks. They're also facing human encroachment into their habitats. We're mining for a mineral ore called coltan. It's found in our cell phones and our laptops. We can do our part to help out the elephants just by doing something as simple as recycling our own phones and electronic devices. Here on the left, see a flamboyance of greater flamingo. Greater flamingo are the lightest in color of all the flamingo. Back when they hatch, their feathers are gray. Now, in terms of meat, is their diet of brine shrimp and other crustaceans that are high in beta carotene. First with them is a crash. Now, unfortunately, white rhino are back in the threatened status. They too are being poached for their horns, just like their cousin, the black rhino. And those poachers are very well financed. They've been able to get onto private reserves. Now, some parts of the world believe that the rhino horn has a medicinal value. However, it does not. It's essentially made out of hair and fingernails. But it's worth a lot of money on the black market. And the main difference between the white rhinos and the black rhinos is the shape of their mouth and their size. In fact, their name has nothing to do with the color. It comes from the Afrikaans word bite, meaning wide, describing the broad, square shape of their mouth. When translated over to English, though, we thought they said white, and the name just stuck. By contrast, black rhinos have more of a triangular-shaped mouth. The white rhinos get to be up to 5,000 pounds, so that's up to 2,000 pounds bigger than the black rhinos. Cheetah are daytime hunters. They rely on their excellent eyesight as opposed to a sense of smell, like some other big cats. Also have non-retractable claws.
Okay.
Wow.
And they're not nighttime hunters. Cheetahs are the only one of the big cats to hunt right now with the sun up like this. They use their sense of sight to track their prey, not smell, so cheetahs hunt where they can see. Their stripes are all unique. They're like fingerprints. Just look like Grand Zebra. Hi, Zebra.
Lions are nocturnal, so they are usually inactive about 18 to 20 hours during the day, saving up most of their energy for that nighttime hunts. Their night vision is about 6 times greater than that of a human's. Got another look at them on the other side. Lions are the only big cat to hunt in cooperative prides. The females do the majority of the hunting, and the males will hang back and watch the prides. They are the protectors. The older a male lion gets, the darker his mane will be. Get ready to mark that tree. Anybody know what the Swahili word for lion is? Simba, good job. Now, zebra we know are black with white stripes because their noses are black. Like our fingerprints, no two zebra patterns are exactly alike. Get another look at them when we head up around that way. Well, they might look docile, they're actually really strong. Break the jaw of an attacking lion with a swift kick of their hind legs. Just burrowing mammal. And they'll dig out these burrows and back into them, leaving their razor-sharp tusks exposed to help protect themselves in case any hungry predators want to stop by for dinner. Isn't she adorable? Look at her cute little face. Bontabak here on the left-hand side, laying down on the grass. Little brown and white antelope, those are Bontabak, relatives of the wildebeest. You can hear the lion roaring. Yep, you can hear that up to 5 miles away.